you can tell if somebody's good or not, basically.
Yeah. It's not going to be perfect, but you can tell, like, are they good?
But regardless, rankings or not, we're still looking at... Oh, no, we're going to the losers bracket for this one. So both these players did make it out of pools into their round 2, but now they're playing for their tournament life.
Rom rocking the Catdog, Pastor as Aang. As we said, Aang was nerfed. I hazard to say fairly heavily. Lost a very good tool in that Nair was straight up twice as big as it was supposed to be.
Yep. That and the DI change too also technically nerfs it a little bit more. Like, it's just a global change, so it kind of nerfs everybody if you consider that a nerf, but you don't get the same kind of Nair train treatment that like the character.
It's not some of the explosive void stocks we were seeing in the beginning of the lifespan of this game. But Aang, still a very solid character.
Oh, incredibly.
And then Catdog, who is just known to blow people up at 80%. It's still a good character, a little bit simpler. You don't have to do quite as much crazy tech in order to make work, but is very good and rewards a lot of really solid platform fighting fundamentals.
Speaking of blowing up at low stocks already, that's Rom's second stock they've gotten off of Pastor with relatively strong moves at low percent.
Especially if you call someone out who's already used their air dash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, that forward strong and the up strong are just going to kill so early. He's just, where are you supposed to go? There's a Catdog down airing above you. Even if it doesn't hit, you can't up into it.
You take the entire body, you string it into a meteor attack. It's the character every Smasher
dreams of.
Like, when you hear about like the characters that are coming through, I'm like, how are they going to make Catdog work in a fighting game? Like, oh, they're literally going to turn their entire body into a meteor hitbox. Like, there's no way they're going to do that. And then they did it.
Rapito, why doesn't my down air spike? All right, harmonic convergence.
I think I like this.
I agree with this pick. I agree with this pick, especially for this matchup. Aang is really good at juggling people up and down.
Yes.
Catdog's got those down air loops, but a lot of it relies on either missing techs, or tech chasing, or sharking people in the air, and you're taking a lot of that away.
And I think Aang has a little bit quicker speed that was going to aid for better tech chases on this stage too. And if you add the space, you're going to make the Catdog player want to use more projectiles, which then Aang could use to his own advantage.
Exactly. Okay, let's see. Yep, I'd say there's those nairs coming out. Remember, this move is very good. Used to be literally twice as big.
Yes.
For no reason. It just was.
But still putting decent work of it despite the nerfs.
Yep. And say, it now went from being best move in the game to just good move.
Yeah, good move. Good move. Which is a good change.
Yeah.
They're literally tied right now, 102 apiece. Getting Aang off stage into the down air. Perfect little pickup there.
And calls out a fairly hard pickup on that recovery.
Yeah.
Because Aang has a few different ways to mix up both the angle and the time that they're going to use that tight and the time that they're going to do that faster descent.
Yeah. Alright, still got that neutral. See if we can kind of convert that into a kill. Not yet, but here we go into the up dog. Just barely missing it though. But basically, if you are Aang, you're getting your neutral good, but what do you use to convert into a kill?
Ooh, I may be just really surprised to see that down air off stage. We thought this was a good pick, and instead Catdog's running away with it right now.
We've hardly gotten to see like Pastor go off stage as Aang, like, which is tough because then like Rom's kind of getting back free, for free every time.
The reasons that we think this stage is good for Aang just have not been shown.
True.
At all. Like, they haven't even come into play because Catdog is just smothering.
I feel like the first half of the first stock we started to with the nairs and stuff. Like, it was being used really well, but then after that, Rom was like, all right, I'm not going to let you do that anymore.
Yep, Rom lit up. There we go. There's that up dog off the top, and we are going to game 3. Everything is best of 5.
Yep.
Pastor can for sure. I mean, like we said, top 100 according to some of the like early online or online ELO stuff, but I mean, this is LAN. This is LAN. It's on Switch. Like, there was so many people who showed up and they're like, this is the first time I've played this game offline.
Yep.
Just totally.
And the online is important because since there is rollback netcode, it's good. You get to practice a lot and play really good players. But just a random quick play mode are actually really tough in this game and can get you good in this game, come to a major, shock some people.
Yep. Well, not only that, but it's one of those, it's great for practice. It isn't quite the same.
Yeah.
You do have to really play around that.
It's very good. but it'll never completely replace land.
Yeah.
We're back to the same stage though, which is like in theory, like we were saying, is good, but we saw an even greater lead game 2 than we did game 1. So statistical wise, I don't know.
I feel like it's a little bit too early to call that on this one. Ooh, that strong nair. I'm surprised with the cross up because you weren't sure which side that was going to send you for the DI.
Yeah.
Even though I'm fairly certain up is just correct for both. Whatever.
Probably. But it's still different mix-ups.
Yep.
So Pastor's doing a much better job kind of keeping into it this time, staying alive right now, recovering decently well.
Playing a little bit safer, trying to get Catdog to whiff, trying to get Rom to go for maybe some options. But runs into that nair.
So what's going to be important here is, like, last time, too, we saw issues with Pastor getting the kill. And if he doesn't get the kill soon, though, like, Rom has clearly shown that, like, they know these low percent combos. They know how to break this neutral. I bet you before they even die, there's going to be another at least 60% on the board for Pastor.
Oh, yeah. No, I think we're there. We got to 60.
Yep.
55. Now it's all extra credit. It's all icing on the cake. Still not dead. 160, 173 will finally kill. That Pastor's taken 65% to get here.
Yep. If you want to seal off the stock a little earlier, you need to go off stage. Be confident. People say that, like, the Nick Brawl combo is just not running off stage. They say it for a reason. It's pretty good in this game, regardless of what patch you're playing.
Even with the DI changes, even with everything else. I like that. Just cargo off stage, get that position, make it scary. Even if it's not true like a lot of that stuff was before, it's still terrifying.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are almost just like statement calls that can just kind of like off-filter your opponents, making them scared, changing how they play. It might shake them up enough so that the neutral interaction might go some other way or mess it
Sometimes you just throw your opponent off stage and it works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just straight up kills.
We're playing the game where everybody's Donkey Kong, and the stocks don't matter.
I feel like stocks matter. Percents, no.
I was trying to go to who's on it as
I know
anyway.
you were,
Okay.
yeah.
but you calling that out though ruins the joke, and I love it.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, Rom with a very clean 3-0.
Yes.
That looked emphatic. That looked very dominant.
Just another round through bracket. He's going to keep on moving through further into the losers bracket, while that is going to be it for Pastor.
Now, I mean, you mentioned that that Pastor was on that, barely had made that top 100 ELO, but there's many players that are coming up in this bracket that are much closer to like the 40s or the 50s ranges. So.
The other side too had a lot of different like 20s players and stuff too. So the skill here, just wait till top 16 especially. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's one of the, especially as it was at SmashCon. It's been at a lot of big general Smash tournaments.
Yes. And
you are going to get a lot of players in the first rounds of bracket that are like, they're here mainly for Melee, or they're here mainly for ult, or they're here, whatever. But they're entering the game for fun.
Yeah.
As we get further along in that bracket, you are going to see the people who are like, nah, I've been grinding Nick for 2 months, or this is all that I've been doing. Yep.
So highlights there from the match we just saw, which was cool set. We love it. I like when players really play to their outs. If they have the stock advantage, they just get them off stage, almost like the cargo throw option too. Like, while that was still tied stocks, it was enough to just like, it's a way to kind of just get your opponent off, get you into like advantage, and just keep going at it. All right, so while we prepare our next match here, I'm going to enjoy a clean mate, but then otherwise, stick around and watch other ads from the rest of our partners here at Mainstage 2021, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes.